Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very grateful to have your time this afternoon and to share this topic of the Sirio vegetarian soft gel. And before my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Danny, and I received my PhD with the nutrition and health. And in the last 10 years, I was focusing on the research and the product development on the nutraceuticals, dietary supplements, and the functional foods. Today, my presentation will include several points, such as I think the first is the market trend of the vegetarian diet, and then we will talk about what is the Sirio vegetarian soft gel, and then we will talk about what is the uniqueness and the product application for this technology. And at last, I think we want you guys know who is the Sirio Pharma. I think decades ago, probably centuries ago, and many of the vegetarian people in this world because of their economic situations. But right now, most of the vegetarian people, they are based on their religious beliefs and health considerations, ecosystem balance and environmental protection, and also the ethical considerations. And this is a world map, and it's showing the vegetarian people percentage. I think India is the highest, almost 40% for the India people, and 5% for the Australia, and the 3 to 4% for the North America, and almost 4% for the North Asia, and 1.5% for China. And for the UK, Germany, and Italy is almost 9 to 10%. How about Spain? It's roughly 4%. And this is the new product launch, and compared to the 2013, this global product launch represent almost more than 20% increase for the vegetarian, this claim is in the 2014. And the Innova market insight just indicated the market data showed about the 60% increase during the 2011 to the 2015. So what is the Sirio vegetarian soft gel? So basically, we just using the carrageenan, which is the extract from the red algae, to replace the traditional, the gelatin, which is from the animal, right? This technology is definitely suitable for the consumers who prefer the vegetarian diet. So basically, the gelatin, soft gel. We know most of the gelatin is extracted from the animal, such as the cow bones and the fish and the pig skin, and more than 90% of the gelatin are protein. But how about the carrageenan? Carrageenan is actually extracted from the red algae, and which is grow in the sea area nearby, the Chile, the Mexico, the Canada, and the Philippines. And the composition of the carrageenan is the polysaccharides. And for the pH is also a little bit different. And for the gelatin is a little bit slightly, I think, acidic than the carrageenan. So life chart is for the manufacturing flow chart for the carrageenan. Is a very natural and is a very mild process. And the right chart is for the vegetarian soft gel process. And it also looks very same to the current the gelatin soft gel process. So basically, this technology current for the Sirio is very stable. That the process is repeatable, and of course the product is reliable. And the raw material actually received many of the certificates, such as the halal, the kosher, the grass, and we have also some of uniqueness of the vegetarian soft gel. We just compare the Carrageenan, soft gel and the gelatin gel. We put the two products together for the acceleration test. In the storage conditions at 40 degrees Celsius and 75% of the relative humidity, and after 70 hours storage, we found almost no change for the Carrageenan gel, but for the gelatin gel, it's broken and oil leaking, So this test just showing the vegetarian soft gel is much more thermostable than the gelatin gel. This is very critical for our downstream customers during the transportation and the storage for the in the summer or somewhere is a higher temperature, right? And the second one is I think so we compare the Sirio vegetarian soft gel to the gelatin and the other starch, the soft gel. We use the oblong and the ova and test the 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and we found the Sirio's vegetarian soft gel is much more soft, and which is help the consumers is much easier to swallow. And we also compare the Carrageenan and gelatin. Actually, gelatin is Carrageenan is a kind of polysaccharides. It's a polymer, and it's bonding with the glycosidic bond. This bond is very stable. There's not easy to have some kind of cross-link reaction with some other kind of chemicals. But for the gelatin, it's different. Sometimes we use the gelatin soft gel after the acceleration test. We get the color change. But for this, that is a kind of aging of the gelatin soft gel. Is mainly caused by the cross-link reaction between the side chain of the amino and with other lower, the molecular aldehide. And we also compare this integration, and for the soft gel, for the Sirio vegetarian soft gel, pure oil, the DHA vitamin E, there's less than 10 minutes, For the suspension, it's less than 15 minutes. This information just indicates the higher bioavailability, for the active ingredients in the human body, because the vegetarian soft gel have a very good hydrolysis in the gastric, the environment or lower pH, environment. So basically, we have the uniqueness summary for this technology. It's a natural growing, it's pure, and it's sustainable. It's a marine resource, and it's process controlled supply chain, and it's proven safe and certified. The ingredients in food, beverage, and it's a very good the thermal stability and the chemical stability, and it's much more easier to swallow, and very good bioavailability, and suitable for the the vegetarian people request. And this technology have a very comprehensive range for the encapsulations, for the the nutrition and the supplements. We can encapsulate the oils such as the algae, DHA, evening primrose oil, the flaxseed oil, the natural vitamin, the vitamin E, and the fish oil, And for the suspensions, we can encapsulate the vitamin D and the calcium, and also the multivitamin, and the multivitamins and DHA, lycopene, natural, the natural beta carotene, and for the personal care, we can also use for the hair oil and the facial essence and the bath periods, And for the shapes, basically, at what kind of the shape, the general shape for the gelatin, soft gel, we can use for the vegetarian soft gel, such as the cellular, the oblong, ova, tubular, everything. Even the some, the shape is looks weird. I will talk about it later. And we also wanted to share some cases for the ready formulas. First is the DHA. We know DHA is benefit for the cognitive the memory and the visual development and the cardiovascular health, and even it's good for the pregnant and the kids. This formula is providing a DHA 100 milligram full. And the second one is the vitamin D vegetarian soft gel. The vitamin D is many of the health benefits is essential for the bone health, right? And also it's very important for the cellular well-being. And this formula is providing the vitamin D, so 1,000 IU. And the number 3, I think this is a very big formula. We providing a very wide range of the vitamins and minerals for the human health. And we just include the vitamin A, the B vitamins, and the vitamin C, D, E, and the zinc, and the iron, the selenium, This is a very big formula. And this number 4 is evening promise oil. This is a very high in the essential fatty acid, and is a fight against the hair loss and help the skin conditions, and even the rheumatoid arthritis is this formula is providing the evening promise oil is 500 milligram per day. And this formula is providing the lutein and the beta carotene, and providing the lutein 10 milligram and the beta carotene 5 milligram per day. And we know the lutein and the beta carotene is very good antioxidant and is very good for the vision, And this formula is for the lycopene and supports the, lycopene supports the antioxidant health and the heart and the prostate health. And this formula provides the 10 milligram lycopene. Okay. I think this product, this technology also can be used for the cosmetics. First, I think this technology provides a modern, reliable solution for the no preservative added, and it's definitely pure. It's definitely animal-free. So this is very good combining with some phytonutrients, some herbal, concept together. And the second one is this is solve the challenge in the transportation, storage, and even the display. And can encountered in the summer or somewhere, it's a higher temperature. That is very important for our downstream customers, for their business and for consumers. And also the shape. And I would like to talk a little bit about this shape. This shape is looks weird, but we have a hand like the racket because we just wanted to screw it to open this soft gel. So, who is the Sirio Pharma? Okay, actually, the Sirio Pharma is a world class of dietary supplements contract manufacturing, and so far I think so we have almost more than 20 years of the pharmaceutical and the health food, the experience, the manufacturing experience, and more than 10 years of global reach business experience, right? And so far we are the biggest in Asia and the 4th biggest in the world for the soft gel, the manufacturing. And we almost have annual productions 9 billion soft gel. And roughly, I think we have 95, almost 100 people in our R&D. many of the certificates approved by the China, Australia, EU, the EU and the USA. And I think that if you want more information, you are always, more than welcome to visit our booth 3G30. And I think we have prepared a cocktail party from 3 p.m. to the 5 p.m. this afternoon. So you guys are welcome to the booth to take in the party. And I think that anytime, anyone, you are always more than welcome to visit the Sirio, company in China, and the Sirio office and the Sirio plant. And I think our biggest success is help your business success and your brand, our business. Okay, thank you very much.